Let's bring in News 13 legal analyst Mark NeJame, who is standing by. And Mark, we're going to play for you so you can hear exactly how she worded it, and then we're going to have you comment on what she had to say.
At some point, did you hear a noise outside?
Yes.
Okay, and when I say outside, in terms of your residence, was it in the back or was it in the front?
It was in the rear.
Okay. And if you could, as best you can recall, the noise that you heard, can you describe that to the jury, please?
It was not clearly distinguishable, but it sounded like no or That's
Okay.
what it sounded like.
And when you said it sounded the noise like no, like N-O?
Yes.
Or ooh, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you also hear some kind of movement outside in the back of your residence?
Yes.
Okay, can you describe that to the jury, please?
It sounded like running from left to the right in the rear pathway.
All right, movement from left to right. So, Mark, tell me about, a lot of people are hearing this and judging by a pretty tough cross by Mark O'Mara. Could there be any legal ramifications because she never brought that subject up before?
No, this has to do with impeachment. There is no perjury because she has not made any inconsistent statements under oath. She just didn't talk about it. And I think the state did a good job, actually, of attempting to rehabilitate her. But the fact of the matter is the damage to this witness has been done. I think that O'Mara was rather kind to her. The reality of it is that they know that she was on Facebook. She was trying to come across as a neutral witness who didn't have a dog in this fight, but yet it comes out that on Facebook that she identifies Zimmerman as the killer. And she asked for, she posts to have a petition signed, which she apparently not only posted, but apparently signed herself. So the neutral witness that she is purported to be, she's apparently anything but. With that said, you know, look, Facebook's been the ruin of many a relationship and many of a witness, and it's going to be that way a lot longer. The more people realize that everything that they see, and I mean everything that they post is there for the universe to find out about. I doubt this will be the only time that we're going to see Facebook or some social media come up in this trial. We've already seen it in jury selection. But I think it was a good cross-examination. I think today goes to the defense, whereas yesterday was clearly a resounding day for the state. And I think for the defense to land on this last witness and showing some true impeachment about an apparently biased witness who was less than forthright, I think that it ended on a good day for the defense. And now it's a lot more balanced, and we're going to see how this unfolds over the next several weeks, few weeks.
That particular witness who was testifying that she saw arms flailing and that she heard the screams of no and things like that, how damaging do you think it's going to be for the prosecution if the jury is looking at this witness and going, I just don't believe her?
Well, it's significant. That left to right comment that she made, that would in fact be very harmful to Zimmerman to the extent of who was running. But if you listen closely to her testimony, remember the jury's only going to hear it one time, so whatever their impressions were that they grabbed from that. But it was seemingly, it sure sounds like it was coached. The state tossed her a softball, and she ran with what her expected answer was going to be. And she even went as far as saying, on the pathway. Well, those are some pretty superhuman ears if you, in fact, remember that all this time later, and after your multiple statements, you've never commented about it once before this when you've been questioned about what did you see, what did you hear. So it sounds like that she was talking to law enforcement, that law enforcement, in fact, kind of brought her along, and then they tossed her a softball, which she ran with it. So I think it's subject to great impeachment. But with that said, you never know what a jury's thinking, and you never know what a jury's going to do. So I think that, again, I think O'Mara did a very good job, but I think he could have even been harder on her. But I think that his style is such that he's going to build this, be very much of the gentleman lawyer, hit the witnesses when they need to be hit, and then tie it all together. And I think that's where he's going with this. But look, I don't think she came off good at all.
We'll just have to see what the jury took it all. Thank you very much, Mark NeJame, here with us all day with analysis of the George Zimmerman trial. Well, that wraps it up for today. 9 witnesses over 2 days of testimony today. They will be back again here at 9 o'clock in the morning to continue when the jury is brought back in at 9 a.m., Jackie.
Well, by Mark's count, it's the state won, defense won. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. All right, thanks so much, News 13's Kelly Cook.